Hatred of all kinds around the country, around the world, is increasing, and we need to have teachers who have seen these horrors and be able to tell their students and teach their students that we have to have tolerance.
BusinessJournalDaily.com. 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.
I want to introduce you to Grady Long, Nanette Jacobs, and Barry Kimpel, 3 local educators who attended a trip to Poland with the organization Classrooms Without Borders. The program is Classrooms Without Borders, yes, and it is based in Pittsburgh. It is an affiliate of the Jewish Federation in Pittsburgh, and we of course are all connected through a national network. And organizations like that are invaluable. They have been able to pull together research material, bring together survivors, hearing the stories from the teachers who have met directly with a survivor, and to be able to stand on the very spot where they suffered the most, the greatest indignity ever known in humankind. They've, the fact that how brave they were to be able to go back to those places and share their stories. And so we're very pleased that we have this affiliation with Classrooms Without Borders, because they're able to bring that material to the teachers here in the Valley.
It was a fantastic experience. We're really grateful for the opportunity to have having gone there. So we started in Warsaw. In between Warsaw and Krakow, we visited 5 different towns and 4 different specific concentration camps, but at 3 different sites. So we went to Majdanek, Treblinka, Auschwitz I, then Auschwitz II, which is Auschwitz-Birkenau.
There were so many ups and downs, and there was so much knowledge to take in that it was mind-boggling. The emotional roller coaster was something that I can't even describe. As much as it was horrifying, it was enlightening, and I guess it allows me to think about how can I share this story the best. I don't think anybody could understand it completely. Obviously, we weren't there, but in traveling there, it gave me a new light of, wow, how could we have allowed this to happen?
Our first trip to a Holocaust, it technically was a death camp. It was Treblinka, and it was completely destroyed by the Nazis after the fact. And so there's a memorial there, and we were traveling with our survivor. We didn't talk with him too much, but it was the first time he really opened up a little bit of what happened, and we did a little memorial service and lit a candle in memory of his mother and his sister who were killed in Treblinka. And during the ceremony, one of the girls burst into song, and she sang, "There's a place for us." And that just, it was really hard to be in that moment, but it was really impactful.
So especially as an English teacher, I always go back to the idea that stories matter, and stories are an important way to mediate these ideas that we have about conceptions around truth. And the stories that led to the Holocaust are similar stories that are being told now, that these things don't happen in a vacuum. History is something that we can objectively look at and say, this is what led to that, just like any other story. So I think teaching students, about how to recognize bad stories, and when stories are dangerous or pernicious, but then also how to tell better stories, not just about themselves, but about others.
I think this will be a source of reflection for years to come. Immediately it's going to be in my classroom, obviously, when I talk about the Holocaust, but then I think it's a larger wake-up call of just how to teach with empathy and how to reinforce democratic principles. And I think those themes will run through all of my curriculums.
We're just honored that the donors, as well as the Jewish Federation, have been able to identify and fund these people so they can go. We have a Holocaust Memorial on our campus here, built in 1984, where every year we had our service, and we've had 25 or 30 survivors of the Holocaust who wound up living here in Youngstown. They're now all gone except for 1 or 2, but they're not able to speak any longer about what they saw. So it's just wonderful now that we've come full circle 38 years now since that memorial was built. It says in Hebrew, Zachor, which is remember, and that's what we need to do. Unfortunately, hatred of all kinds around the country, around the world, is increasing, and we need to have teachers who have seen these horrors and be able to tell their students and teach their students that we have to have tolerance.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
Who's the only local bank with a mobile mortgage app? Farmers. Download the app to contact your lender, calculate payments, securely scan and upload documents, and check the status of your loan. Fiercely local, fiercely loyal, Farmers.